Hello there and welcome. My name is Jimmy Wigman, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Atlassian cloud changes that happens between February 19th and February 26th. So there's not a lot of changes in this update, but let's jump into it and see what kind of changes we could enjoy last week. So here we are now in the Atlassian blog where we have this information. And if you watched my previous video, you saw that I hinted that we will, or I will, create a database for all these changes on my website. And unfortunately, I need to do a lot of rebuilding for that one, for it to happen. So it will take a little while before that happens. So until further notice, we will continue to read through these blogs and give you the latest updates through that one, even though it is kind of lacking in information. But let's jump to the first item on today's video. So this one is in the administration section. So what we have then is that they have fixed an incorrect uninstallation of Compass apps. So they have fixed an issue that was causing Compass apps to be uninstalled incorrectly on the connected apps page. So you have some misinformation there. And you will now see an uninstall in Compass button that will link you to Compass, where you can uninstall the apps correctly. So they are basically moving the functionality and saying that in the admin section you cannot do it anymore because there's something wrong happening there. So instead they will point you then to Compass itself, so you can go there instead and uninstall it properly. In Jira Software, we have something that I know a lot of people have asked for, and that is that you can now edit a completed sprint. So in the past, when you completed a sprint, it was kind of locked dead and you couldn't do anything about it. And what they have done now is that you can now go to the sprint report, and you can go to the three dots here, and then you can select edit sprint. And then you can then change it. And you can also do it from your timeline if you are using that one. So then you can go to the sprint schedule bar and you can click on the three dots and do the same thing. So you can edit sprint. So this is a good change for anyone who works with sprints. And like I said, it has been requested for quite a while. So it's really good to see that they implement it now. And this one I think we have talked about before, and it's the wording that sticks out a little bit. Move a mighty amount of issues from a completed sprint. And then you have, like we're talking about 1,000 or so, if you couldn't get through all the issues in one sprint. So you can now move it then from a completed sprint to something else. I don't know who needed this. I'm guessing this must be a very odd corner case. But yeah, it's good to have the functionality. It's kind of odd though. I don't know anyone who has that many things that they need to move, but now you can. So next up we have then Jira Service Management, and now you can get field suggestions using Atlassian Intelligence. So more good things that we can use the Atlassian Intelligence for. So if you don't know what kind of fields you want to add to your request forms, then you can now get suggestions from the AI. And it's based on the type of request that you're creating. So if you are new to using Jira Service Management, for example, or if it's a new type of forms that you want to create that you do not have a lot of experience with, this can be a great way to give you a good start. I don't think it's going to be very used for people who have done worked with Jira Service Management a lot, or especially if they know what kind of information they need from their customers. But it's really good to have this one. It's nice to see that they have more implementation of the AI. Next up is that we can create new request types in team managed projects using request type templates. So no longer you need to create them from scratch. Now you will have templates when you want to create new request types. And we already have this one in company managed projects. So I'm guessing this one is just an implementation then to have this one also in team managed projects. So the way you do it then is that you go to project settings and request types and add the request types, and then you will have the functionality then create from template. And if you click there, you will see a number of templates that are readily available for you. And this one is also great for people that are a little bit new to the request type. So it kind of falls into the same one. This one is for fields and this one is for entire request types. And you can preview the templates before you want to select them. And then when you select it, then you can just review, update the type name, description, and icon, and then you will save it. And this one will save you a ton of time if you are using standard functionalities. Next up, we have for Jira Product Discovery. You can now switch display of any custom people fields. And in the past, you only saw a user's avatar. So what you can do then is to go to the field, you can click the edit field, and then you will have two selections. So you can have now, so you only see the avatar, or you can have the full name also included with the avatar. So this is good if you have a bunch of people that don't really update their avatars. For some reason, that is very common. I don't know why people don't want to show their face. But if you have a bunch of people that basically have the same avatar, then it's very useful to actually be able to also include the name to it. So this is a good change. And Confluence optimize performance with browser updates. So what this one means then is that it will now detect if you're using an old browser that is not supported. So you will get a banner. So anyone that comes in with a crappy old Netscape, Composer, whatever browser you have, or Internet Explorer 4 or something like that, then you will actually have a banner at the top. It tells them then that you need to upgrade for getting the full view of this one. And this one is actually great because it is kind of a problem when people report bugs and the bug, and then we spend hours to try to figure out what's going on. And then it turns out that the reason why things are not looking very well is because they are using an old browser. So I like this one also a lot. So there you have it. Those were all the updates we had for this week. If you like these kind of updates, please subscribe to the channel. And I guess the only thing that remains for me to say is that I hope that you have an awesome day and a great week.